Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into the absolutely incredible story of a secret radio station. We're talking about a station that broadcast from the underground and became the voice of a revolution, ultimately helping to create the nation of Bangladesh.
So let me start with a question for you. How can a song sink a warship? I know, it sounds completely impossible, right? But what if I told you that a simple folk song played over the airwaves actually led to the destruction of an entire enemy fleet?
Because that's exactly what happened. In 1971, the stakes just could not have been higher. A song played on the radio, a song about swimming, was actually a secret coded signal. For the freedom fighters listening in, it was a precise message. Enemy warships loaded with ammunition had just docked. And hidden in that song were the instructions on how to attack. A small group of guerrillas got the message, followed the cryptic instructions, and boom, they blew up the ships. Now, to really understand how a song could become a literal weapon of war, we need to back up a little. We have to understand the conflict it was a part of. And believe me, this was a fight that had been brewing for more than 20 years. It all started back in 1947. Pakistan was created with two parts, a west and an east wing. Now, they were supposedly united by the same religion, Islam, but they were separated by 1,400 miles of India, and they had totally different cultures and, crucially, different languages. Tensions just exploded in 1952 when West Pakistan tried to force everyone to speak Urdu. The Bengali people in the east protested, police opened fire and killed demonstrators, and that tragic day sparked a massive movement to protect their mother tongue. That sacrifice is now honored by UNESCO as International Mother Language Day. But the final straw? That came in 1970. A Bengali political party actually won the national election, fair and square. But the military just refused to hand over power. Instead, they launched something called Operation Searchlight, a horrific military crackdown. And just like that, the war for independence had begun. So, you've got a full-blown war. The Pakistani army has seized all the official media. The freedom fighters, well, they desperately needed a voice. And out of that necessity, a rebel radio was born. And instantly, you had this war of information happening on the airwaves. On one side, you had the official Radio Pakistan, just pumping out propaganda, telling the world, nope, nothing to see here, all is calm. But on the other, you had this secret station, Swadeen Bangla Betar Kendro, the radio of independent Bangladesh, telling a very, very different story. A story of fierce resistance and of a victory that was just around the corner. And this station, it was truly forged in fire. When the main radio station was taken over, the employees who supported liberation didn't just give up. No way. They went underground, found another transmitter, and just kept broadcasting. Well, the Pakistani military found them and shelled their location. And in the chaos, 3 activists risked their lives to save the 1-kilowatt transmitter. They literally carried it across the border into India, just so the voice of the revolution wouldn't be silenced. Incredible. So from a secret spot in Calcutta with a powerful new transmitter from India, the station totally leveled up. It was no longer just a scrappy rebel broadcast. It became the official mouthpiece of the provisional government of Bangladesh. It was the national broadcaster for a nation that was fighting to exist. Okay, so the station is up and running. But here's the crucial thing. This radio station did way more than just report the news. Its real power, its secret weapon, was its music. The songs that played, well, they became the ammunition that fueled the spirit of an entire revolution. The first major theme you see in this music was all about defining what exactly they were all fighting for. Listen to these lyrics. They're so poetic and beautiful, right? We fight to save a flower. We hold arms for bringing a smile to a face. But this isn't just about nature. There's a deep, powerful metaphor for the entire independence movement baked right into those words. This is how the music worked its magic. See, the flower, that was Bangladesh itself, the motherland. And the freedom fighters, they were her sons, holding weapons, not out of hate, but to bring the smile of freedom back to their mother's face. It just completely transformed a brutal, ugly war into a noble, protective act. All right, the next theme was all about building resolve. It was for the fighters who were facing this terrifying, uncertain journey. And here we go again, another powerful metaphor. This song wasn't literally about sailing a boat. Nope. It was about navigating the treacherous, stormy waters of war. Think about it. The fighters were the boatmen. Many were just kids, facing this huge, shoreless sea of conflict. They had no idea when the war would end, or if they'd even survive. But the message of the song was crystal clear. Your only job is to keep rowing. You keep fighting, no matter what, until you reach your destination, a free Bangladesh.
And finally, and this might be the most important theme of all, there were the songs that didn't just talk about the struggle, they promised that victory was guaranteed. This song, Joy Bangla Banglar Joy, became the anthem of the revolution. It was the very first song played when the station officially launched, and they broadcasted it every single day. Its message was one of just pure, unapologetic optimism. And that is so, so crucial. Because even in the darkest, most hopeless moments of the war, this song was a promise that a new sunrise was coming. It framed independence not as some distant hope, but as a certainty. It gave millions of people a shared destiny and the strength to keep going. So, let's bring this all together. Why did this one radio station and the songs it played have such a profound, game-changing impact on the outcome of a war? Well, it played 5 absolutely critical roles all at once. First, it was the only source of news people actually trusted. Second, it was a secret channel for those coded military signals we talked about. But beyond that, it was a powerful tool for unifying the people under one banner of nationalism. It was a vital source of inspiration and morale. And, just as importantly, it offered comfort and even entertainment right in the middle of a terrifying war. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to someone who was actually there. Freedom fighter Dr. Anupam Sen said it perfectly. He said those songs made us believe that we could achieve independence. That's the key word right there, believe. And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. This radio station wasn't just sitting on the sidelines reporting on history, no. From the coded messages that sank warships to the anthems that built a national spirit, Swadhin Bangla Beitar Kendro was an active player. It was a weapon of morale, of unity, and of hope in the fight for freedom. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In our world today, with social media, endless streaming services, and a million different voices yelling for our attention, could a single song or a single broadcast still have that kind of power, the power to unite a people and actually change the course of history? It's something to think about. Thanks for listening.